Hello and welcome. As a specialist in modern hospitality operations and performance support, it's my pleasure to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today, we're going to dive into a skill that is truly the absolute cornerstone of our industry, professional communication. And let me tell you, this isn't just about talking. It's about building trust, creating those unforgettable experiences, and at the end of the day, earning guest loyalty.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 5 key areas. We'll start with the very foundation of service. Then we'll get into the specifics of mastering face-to-face interactions. After that, we'll shift gears to written and digital communication, then learn how to turn challenges into amazing opportunities. And finally, we'll see how all of these skills tie together to build that lasting loyalty we're all aiming for. All right, let's jump right in with our first section, the foundation of service. You have to remember, for a guest, every single interaction, from the moment they book online to the second they check out, is a moment that either builds up their trust or chips away at it. And our number one tool for building that trust is professional communication.
This quote really gets to the heart of it. You see, strong communication is so much more than just being polite. It's a strategic skill. When we communicate clearly and respectfully, we give our guests a sense of confidence, not just in us personally, but in the entire brand. And that confidence? That is the bedrock of a truly great guest experience.
Okay, so with that foundation in mind, let's move on to our second topic, mastering those crucial face-to-face interactions. This is where communication really comes alive, right? At the front desk, in the restaurant, even a quick hello in the hallway. These are the moments that so often define a guest's entire stay.
Effective face-to-face communication is really a total package. It's this combination of the words you actually choose, the tone of your voice, and of course, your body language. When all 3 of those things are in sync, you create a seamless, positive experience. But if they're not aligned, well, that can cause confusion or even discomfort, no matter what your good intentions are. And a huge part of this is active listening. This is so important. It means you're not just quietly waiting for your turn to speak, you're actually fully focused, you're absorbing what the guest is saying with the real goal of understanding them. When a guest feels like they've been truly heard, they feel respected, they feel valued, and that simple act, right there, strengthens the professional relationship more than you can imagine.
And we can't forget the silent part of the conversation. You know, our nonverbal cues often say way more than our words. An open posture says, "I'm available and ready to help." Steady eye contact shows confidence and that you're engaged, and a welcoming smile, well, that's the universal sign of hospitality, isn't it? These signals tell a guest they're in good, capable hands before you even say a word.
Of course, communication doesn't just stop when the guest leaves the front desk, and that brings us to our next point, perfecting our written and digital channels. Every single email, every text message, every online reply, it's all a direct reflection of our professional standards.
Just look at the difference here. The unprofessional example on the left, it feels dismissive, it creates anxiety, you'd be worried, right? But the professional response on the right, it's structured, it's polite, and it's incredibly reassuring. It doesn't just promise to do something, it shows respect for the guest and builds their confidence in our service, even when we're not face-to-face. And the key takeaway here is one word: consistency. A guest should get that same high standard of communication, whether they're standing right in front of you, talking on the phone, or reading an email. This seamless experience creates a reliable, trustworthy brand, proving that excellence is your standard no matter what.
So what happens when things go wrong? Because let's be honest, sometimes they do. Well, this is actually our chance to shine. Let's look at how we can turn challenges into opportunities. A guest complaint isn't a problem to be avoided. It's a critical moment where we can show just how professional we are and build even stronger trust than we had before.
This 4-step path gives you a really solid framework for handling pretty much anything. And notice the order here. Solving the problem is actually the last step. First, you have to listen to really understand. Then you acknowledge their feelings to show empathy. Then you explain to give them clarity. Following this calm, structured approach brings the tension way down and turns a complaint into a chance to really impress that guest.
And all of this, everything we've talked about, leads us to our ultimate goal, creating loyalty. This section is all about connecting the dots, about moving from just giving good service to actually building a real emotional connection with our guests.
When it comes right down to it, loyalty is built on one simple but powerful principle: a single, high standard of communication at every single touchpoint. When a guest knows without a doubt that they can rely on you to be clear, respectful, and effective every single time, You're no longer just a hotel to them. You become a trusted partner in their travels.
And please, remember this, becoming a great communicator isn't a destination. It's not a one-time thing. It's a process of constant practice and self-awareness. Pay attention to how your words and actions affect people. Ask for feedback. Every single interaction you have is a new chance to sharpen your skills and become even better.
So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question for your own professional growth. Which one of these skills will you focus on first? Whether it's your active listening, your nonverbal cues, or the clarity of your emails, just remember that every small, consistent improvement you make adds up to creating a truly exceptional guest experience. Thank you.